Lord of Chaos here, with another one.
Okay, Lord of Chaos here. Just looking to do a step-by-step guide on the new gemstone system in Stormshot. So I'm going to click on my profile picture up here on the left. I'm going to click on a gem so I can bring the system up. I'm going to pluck each and every gemstone I have out of their slots so that I can disassemble them, get back to the basics, and show everyone just how easy it is to optimize your gems. And I'm going to show you how not to do it, because if you do it that way, you might end up in a situation whereby you don't have the optimal solution for your gems. So over here on the left at the bottom where the two diamonds with the arrow is where you go when you want to disassemble your gems. Now, for some reason, the devs decided they wasn't going to give you an inventory where you could quickly go and disassemble all your gems in one place like you could before in the old system. So now you have to remember or go down each one of these settings and disassemble your gems one by one to make sure that you're getting back all the materials you invested in each one of those gems you've already built. Now, in my case, I know I only have 9, 8, and 7, and 6 gems, so I can focus there. But you might want to go through each one of these subheadings just to make sure you're claiming back all your material on your gems you might have created already. And on this one, it's just 8, 7, and 6. Okay, so I've claimed all that material back. If I go one sub menu upwards, I can go to the Synthesise menu. And now if I look in the middle of the screen, it's going to tell me exactly how much of the basic material I've got, or the level 1 material I've got of the Crimson Moon's gemstones. And I have exactly 16,412. In terms of the Radiant Sun gemstone, I've got 16,426. On the Emerald Star, got 18,433. You can see where I clearly opened up my chest and invested my materials. I prefer my infantry stats to be good. And lastly, my Eternal Glow, I've got 3,636 of the level 1 materials. Now, if you just go in here and you say focus on, if we go to the top, we go to weapon. Down here, we've got an option called embed. And if we hit that, it's going to quick embed all of the materials, and we can just keep hammering away at this button and just keep hammering away at it until the button goes away. And then we would have assumed that we've optimized our gems for this portion of our armor or weapon. Now, I know that the boots is the other location where the red gems preside. So we're going to go over there and we're going to do exactly the same thing again. And we're going to max them out. And we're going to think that this is the optimal solution. We're going to think that the optimal solution is 2 Crimson Moon gems at level 9 and 3 at 7. Well, that's not actually the case. And I'm going to show you exactly how I know that. I've created a useful tool for you guys to figure out what the optimal solution is for the amount of basic material you have. I've created a calculator. If you're on the Discord already, you would have already seen that inside a public chat. If you're not, down there in the description of the video is a link to the Discord. Make sure you sign up and you go inside of Datasheet or inside a public chat channel, and the Excel will be there, and you will get exactly the same spreadsheet that I'm about to show in the video now. So this calculator will basically take in how much basic materials you have and spit out to you what gemstones you should build in order to have the optimal setting. Over here on the left, we've got the levels of the gems, and we've got exactly what the materials are. We've got the specialized Crimson Moon, Radiant Sun, Emerald Star gemstone calculator here. And over to the right, we've got the Eternal Glow calculator that's specialized for that gemstone. So if you remember, I had exactly 16,412 of the basic materials for the Crimson Moon. And what the calculator is telling me is that the optimization for those materials is 99876. Now, if we go back over to the game has told us, or the game has given us 99777. And if we look at the overview, that would mean a distance attack of 54, 54, 54. So it's saying 54%. So let's go back over to the calculator. We will do a quick calculation. We will see which one is the superior configuration. So a level 9 gem gives us 18%. A level 9 gem again will give us another 18%. A level 8 gem will give us 10%. A level 7 gem will give us 6%. And lastly, a level 6 gem will give us 3%. So the configuration the calculator is giving us is going to give us 55%, whereas the game has given us 54%. So across the board, we're losing 3%, having this gemstone configuration that the game has given us. So we're going to need to force the game to give us what we deserve for the material we've inputted into it. So going over to the game, we will pluck all these gemstones out. We will go back to disassemble. We know that our gems are in level 9 and level 7, so we'll do that. We'll come over here, and then we'll hit Synthesise All. We'll hit Synthesise All, and we'll keep hitting Synthesise All until we can't synthesize all anymore. Slowly, one by one, we'll step up, and we'll hit Synthesise All through each of the levels. Now, as you can see, I can't synthesize all anymore, so we've totally maxed out our gemstone materials. So if I go back over here, I tap this, lo and behold, what do we have? We have 2 9s, 1 8, 1 7, and 1 6, which is exactly what the calculator told us we should have as the optimal settings. 2 9s, 1 8, 1 7, 1 6. So going back over to the game, we can quick embed those, and then going over to the boots, we can quick embed those. So now that we know that the quickest way and the correct way is to synthesize all our gems to make sure that we're getting the optimal settings, we can come over here. We can double check with the calculator one more time. We'll type in 16,426, which is precisely how much material it says right here in the middle that we got of the Radiant Sun gemstones. We hit enter, it tells us that we're going to have exactly the same configuration because we have a similar amount of basic materials being inputted. Whereas before we had 16,412, we've only got 10 more this time, so it's no surprise that the configuration is the same. So going back over to the game, we will one by one synthesize all. and just keep synthesizing all. Until we max that out. Okay. And then in this instance, the yellow gems are connected to the helmet. So we will quick embed here. And then they're also connected to the amulet. So we'll quick embed here. We've got an eternal glow gem here. So we will just unselect off all the slots and then quick synthesize and embed just to level this up. And then lastly, we'll go on to our emerald star gems and we'll do exactly the same thing again. We'll check how much material we have, which is 18,433. We'll go over to the calculator. We'll type in 18,433. And we can see that we should have 2 9 gems, 2 8 gems, and 1 7 gem. And we will synthesize all. Going down the list until we hit a halt. Now we've maxed that out. We have a look. We've got 2 9s, 2 8s, and 1 7, exactly as the calculator told us. And now we're just going to max out that last eternal glow. Now, in terms of the eternal glow, just to make sure we're not leaving those out, we'll head back over to the calculator. Originally, we had 3,636 materials. And as you can see, 8, 7, 6 is what the calculator is saying we should have as our optimal settings. And going back over to the game, we have got 8, 7, 6. So this system is completely optimized right now. But just to double check, we'll come over here. So right next to power, if you hit the I button, it will come up with your adventurer stats. If you scroll down, those of you who like to really play Pinnacle of Kings will already be aware of this. You can see your current gemstone power and you can see your record high gemstone power. Now I've already optimized my account, so now that I can see that my current gemstone power is in line with my record high gemstone power, I know I've completely optimized and maximized my gems to the best that they can be. But taking everything that I've said on board so far, how's about we head over to a farm account where I haven't already tested out the gems or leveled them up, and let's go through the same process again, just so you can see what that looks like on a brand spanking new account that hasn't had the Gemstone system implemented yet.
ありがとうございます。